Okay, so moisture barrier. This is a 2,000 square foot roll of 6 mil plastic. You can see we unroll it. Now we're going to unfold it, and basically it's 20 by 100 feet. So that's 2,000 square feet. What I've done is I've measured off inside. We've got real long sections that are 10 feet wide, so we'll cut those first. There's three 50s, so we'll do three sections of 10 foot, 50 feet long. So basically you roll out your plastic. Remember, this is 20 by 100, and we got a little bit of wind here coming off the lake, so we're pinning it down just so we can keep it tight. And then we're going to cut out the sections that we need just using scissors. I think you know how to do that. You just make a shear, hold it, you'll be able to run right through it. It's got little lines in it, give you some idea of how wide you want to be. We're going to cut this in half first because we need 3 tens. And then we'll use the remaining to do the rest of it. So what we're doing is we're just cutting it in half. There are basically 2 10-foot sections there, and we need 3 50s, so we'll just cut it all the way in half. And you can see, you just take your shears and just run right down through it. Pretty simple. Now we've got a breeze here, so I'm going to go ahead and pin it behind them, and that way it doesn't blow all over the place. And the type of pins you can use, these are just standard landscaping cloth pins. They hold down the fabric in their landscape bed. But substitutes could be, a 3D nail, preferably one that's 4.5 inches long because you want it to be able to hold. But there's lots of ways to put it down. We are not going to seal this. It's strictly a moisture barrier. Joe's already cut all the way down, so we're ready to make our next cut. And so after you have your pieces cut, you just go ahead and roll them up because you're going to unroll them in your crawl space. Remember that there's some piers down there. There's things that you're going to have to cut around, and so you just keep your shears with you at all times and have a bunch of pins in your pocket, and we're just about ready to go in. So we've rolled up 2 50s. There's a 50-footer and a 50-footer, and then 2 more 50-footers up there. We'll take all those into the crawl space and we'll be ready to install. So it gives you some idea of what it looks like. We just unrolled one section, and you can see we're coming over to the piers on one side, and this wall, this is the easiest wall, the first wall. When we start to go around the piers, a little bit of cutting to do, to get it to look good. Right now I'm going to go back to that back wall. I'm going to use my pins and secure it, and then we'll stretch it tight, and we'll come back and we'll pin it, all the way down both sides, and we'll just keep moving on. So you can see our vapor barrier, we've put down the moisture barrier. Remember, this is 6 mil plastic. We've covered the entire crawl space. You can only see this little section right here. Remember what it does though. It actually protects that floor, that subfloor in the joist. Notice this insulation, how it's dropping. That's from moisture rising up and making that insulation very heavy. You know there's a water problem right away when you crawl in your crawl space and you see it dropping all over the place. One of the things that I did notice here is that they actually did put this in backwards. In other words, take a look. You can see where my hand is, and you see the paper up here. You see that paper? That paper should be pointing down this way. So whoever installed it, they actually put it in the wrong way. But it's up there, it's definitely insulating it, but it does make it worse. It actually holds moisture by putting it up there. Vapor barrier should be pinned to joist, just like it would be on a stud inside the house. So that paper should be right here. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.